but I think I found the true meaning of the third eye. I know this is going to turn a lot of people off, especially the people that live by the book, and they study and have a belief system around the historians and the translators. And the historians and translators are biased. They have their own biased opinion. So if they're translating text that doesn't align with their beliefs, then they won't translate it to its potential. The same thing goes for historians and people that write the history books and books about whatever ancient text that was so-called translated. It's all biased. So you can't really base your belief system off of what they think. For example, if you look up what does the ancient Egyptian Ankh mean, they'll have hundreds of translations and definitions for what they believe the Ankh means. It's all biased opinions and it's all someone else's belief systems. So eventually, the true meaning of the Ankh gets washed down to practically nothing and might only have small, tiny bits of pieces of truth left. Whenever I do my research, I only take little tiny bits of that information and add it to my head, but I also look at the actual art that they made. Anyways, for those with an open mind that want to seek new things and aren't basing their entire belief system off of other people's beliefs, then this video is for you. This is where my beliefs are at this point, and I believe that when you stare at a blue sky and you're looking at your floaters, for some reason, you're using your third eye. I also think the third eye has something to do with the ability for us to be able to see optical illusions and a technique called cross-eye 3D, but the cross-eye 3D thing is for another video. Okay, so hear me out. Ancient cultures had nothing to do besides think, stare, and look at things with a different perspective. Like when you're looking at an object, you could actually shift your perspective and slightly change the way that you're seeing it. I've noticed that when you're doing this, you could actually shift into a perspective and start seeing auras. So why would they make a term called the third eye if it's not something that they witnessed or realized themselves? Apparently the third eye is a chakra that's located about like right here, and using the third eye is a way to a higher consciousness. There's a technique called Dzogchen Thogel, where you're essentially staring out up into the sky or at a point, and apparently it's a direct route to a higher consciousness. And if you look at this art from Dzogchen Thogel, you could see that they're literally just looking at their floaters. You could see the beaded floaters, you could see the little shooting star floaters that they're drawing as a spiral. So using your third eye is a way to a higher consciousness. And looking at your floaters is also a way to a higher consciousness. So are you using your third eye while you're looking at your floaters? By the way, Buddhists use Dzogchen Thogel, and they also made the term third eye. It's also said that third eye is associated with an inner vision, and Dzogchen Thogel activates your inner vision. So is this Dzogchen Thogel you actually using your third eye? I know it might be too soon to say,